Hot day out there, Carlene. Seems like a bit of a broken record.
Yeah, at this point.
That you get to play every night.
This is true. I do get to talk about a little bit of a drying trend and even temperatures a little bit cooler than usual by the weekend. So we do have an area of low pressure that's going to help with that. But then it's only a short-term pause because then you're talking about the heat and humidity returning by next week. But also we got to get through the next few days of heat and humidity. Current temperatures, you got the 70s right along the coast. Also talking about 84 degrees current temperature for Ramona, as well as 81 degrees for Poway. You're at 78 degrees in El Cajon, 77 degrees currently for Palomar Mountain, and 84 for Julian. Now we do have some higher humidity closer towards the coast. We're also seeing that across areas like La Mesa at 71%, also 69%, and that's for Fallbrook. You're looking at the 50s, and that is for Escondido as well as Poway and for El Cajon. So still feeling the heat as well as the humidity. Now we also have wind speeds. They're starting to calm down a little bit more. We had that sea breeze earlier currently out of the northwest, and that is at 10 miles per hour for Julian. For the most part, you're seeing a lot of single digits currently, as well as 15 miles per hour out of southwest for Campo and 21 miles per hour for Boulevard. Earlier today, especially in the afternoon hours, we started to have those cumulus clouds really building up. Now we're starting to see a lot of that activity dying down. Now this is the view looking east from Palomar Mountain. Earlier today had a stronger cell that was in the area and it did produce some showers, and it brought some rain, also some downpours. And that was the case earlier this afternoon. Everything's starting to quiet down. That for Oceanside, and that's also false return. So we're not seeing any shower activity along the coast, but it's really going to continue to favor the mountains as well as the desert going into tomorrow's forecast in the afternoon and evening hours. Where we did have the stronger activity, it was Palomar Mountain, as I mentioned, and it was a little bit more than a quarter of an inch of rainfall. Now, it favored our mountains, and that's going to be the case over the next couple of afternoons as well as evenings. So setting the clock in motion by tomorrow at 2 p.m., you're starting to see those cells develop yet again. So the big cumulus clouds with the heating of the day expected. It's been a pretty active monsoon season for us compared to last year. With some of those stronger cells, you're talking about some gusty winds as well as some lightning and also heavy rain. Continuing to see that activity, but drifting a little bit more towards the desert by about 5 p.m. and also talking about some gusty outflow winds that could lead to blowing sand across the desert and reduce visibility because of that, especially impacting across our county desert and then crosswinds, and that's going to be right along the 8. Your 8-day microclimate forecast has temperatures that are going to go in a downward trend, as I mentioned, as we go into the weekend. We also dry out a little bit more too. So that will be the case back into the low 70s for the coast, low 80s across inland valleys before we heat right back up again by next week.